Where we always start with our media training is encouraging the client to go into the interview with an agenda of their own. People who are inexperienced, who haven't dealt with the media before, the natural instinct is to go into the interview thinking, okay, what are you going to ask me? And then you answer these questions. That puts you in a very weak, vulnerable and defensive situation because you're letting the journalist, the interviewer, you're letting them set the agenda. And with that, they can then push and pull you pretty much wherever you want to go. They absolutely have an agenda of their own. They will have prepared for the interview. If it's a large broadcaster or a well-known newspaper, they may well have done considerable research. They might have had a researcher or a producer digging stuff up, looking around, really thinking about what they want you to say. When I worked in journalism, quite often the producer would sit me down for a brief and they'd say, this is the person you're interviewing on the program tomorrow. This is what we want them to say. So if you just turn up as a blank slate, say, I'll answer whatever you throw at me, you're really giving me a lot of power. So the advice I always give clients is go into all these situations with an agenda of your own. What do you want to get across? What do you want to get out of this whole situation? Now, there are lots of times, depending on the kind of organisation you are and the sort of interview that this is, there are lots of times where the media will be an ally. Right? We all want a safer country. We generally all want business to do well. There are lots of things that you might be talking about that are simply for the public good. It's useful information that's going to help them go about their lives, make smart choices, contribute to a better society. So please don't think that the media is always an adversary. The first thing we look at in our media training is these situations where the media is there to help you tell your story, but they can sometimes drift off topic. They do, of course, sometimes sensationalize, or they just might not understand you and your subject matter all that well. And so they come at it with an agenda of their own, and it's really important that you've got an agenda. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to stick religiously to that at all costs and be combative. It might mean that, but you've got that strong sense of yourself, what you want to say, what you want to get across. It's the same advice really that I would give somebody going for a job interview. You might not know what questions are going to come up, but you should really know what you want to say to paint yourself in the best possible light, to give yourself the best chance of getting that job. And so regardless of the questions that come up, these are the things that you want to weave in. So spend some time thinking about what's your agenda? What do you need to get across? And you can do this in media interviews. You can also do it simply on your own social media channels when you're making videos or Instagram reels or even writing a blog. What's your agenda?